All right, y'all, we are live on this beautiful Friday morning. May everybody listening and watching this stream be blessed in the name of Jesus the Messiah. We're going to be getting into some analysis, guys, and the corn. It's been kind of boring lately, right? Let's be honest. Going to be getting into some TA. Shout out to Brandon Hess. Shout out to Derek D. Shout out to Wolfman Ate My Coin. Shout out to Brandon. Shout out to Crowbar. Thanks for being here, Crowbar. You're the man. As usual, guys, if we can get 750 likes, we'll be giving away 500 USDT. 1,250 likes, 1,000 USDT. Make sure to call your mom, call your cousin, call your boyfriend's ex-girlfriend's cousin's mom. Tell her to come like the stream. Shout out to Arati. I can't really drop bars over this beat, to be honest with you. It's kind of slow. Or I'd have to be too fast or too slow. I could give it a shot. All right, y'all. Well, we are live on this beautiful Friday morning. And guys, honestly, Bitcoin's been pretty boring. Have not taken a trade since this short trade that I took on Tuesday during the VIP live stream in the Discord when I gave the setup here from the local golden pocket. And honestly, that was a trade from this area, and this was the last, pretty much the last major top signal, or this is the last major really good trade signal that we had here. And pretty much the way I've been approaching this price action right now, if boom, there we go, good old market Cipher B, is the good old, all right, it's good and it's old. But when we are coming up and forming a range and we get good old, right, the good old, right, upside down uneven butt cheeks or regular uneven butt cheeks on market Cipher B, that's pretty much the places where I'm mostly looking for trades. That's the way I don't get sliced up in these markets. So when we came up and we put in this high right here, not only was it a key level, it actually was it was a key level. It was the golden pocket from the high that we put in here to the low. Whoops, wasn't the golden pocket. Was it the 786? It was that zone right between the golden pocket and the 786. And then we also had on the 12-minute time frame, we had that that bearish divergence also with the money flow coming down. So if anyone's new to the channel, if anyone's new to trading, I'm on Twitch now, by the way. This is what we want to see when we are looking for trades. We want to see the 12-minute time frame, that money flow getting lower as the price is getting higher, and we want to see the momentum waves getting lower as the price is getting higher. That's pretty much going to be a profitable short trade every single time. I shouldn't say that, right? Because this is not financial advice, and I'm not a financial advisor. What I should say is there's a very high chance that you're going to be able to close the trade in profit if you wait for that signal. So now it's like, where's the next trade going to come in, right? That's kind of what I'm waiting for right now. And to be honest with you guys, obviously I am looking for shorts because I'm always looking for shorts. But I'm also looking for longs, right? Primarily I am looking for longs because if we dump more, I am already short. And, you know, why not be looking for some longs? So I'm going to kind of just go over some boring technical analysis here, all right? We're going to be going over some pig nipple divergences. We're going to be talking about how we can identify healthy trends, and we're just going to be sniffing for some juicy potential setups here. So let me pop open the chat real quick. Shout out to Boris. Did I get a new haircut? Did I get a new haircut? The answer is I did. I cut it myself, guys. I cut it myself. You know, I had a barber for a while, but I just couldn't take it, so I cut it myself. You know, what indicator? This is market Cipher. Francisco Diaz. That's what this is. Good old-fashioned market Cipher. Guys, make sure to like the stream. If we can get 1,250 likes, I will be giving away 1,000 USDT. If we can get 750 likes, I'll be giving away 500 USDT. Pretty cool. Shout out to Wrap Coils. Well, cool. I'm glad you like the haircut. I literally did it myself. So hey, maybe I should quit trading and become a barber, right? Yeah. I know, right? Looking for shorts and longs, revolutionary. The Wolfman trusts the TA more without a Pikachu hat. That's cool. Shout out to J Mope. Yeah, guys, smash the likes. FOMO into them. FOMO into those likes. All right, let's get into this this TA here. Let me just adjust this screen. Yeah, so as you can see, I've already locked in a decent profit on this short, and for that reason, I'm primarily looking for longs. Yeah, so let's check out what is happening here. I'm gonna start on the 4-hour time frame because that is primarily we're dealing right now with this price action, right? This price action is what I am dealing with, in a sense that, and I made a video about it yesterday, but pretty much this is the zone that I am working in right now, where if we are down at the low of this box, I'm going to be looking for longs, and if we're at the top of this box, I'm going to be looking for shorts. That's the way we should always be approaching markets, because if we can identify the sideways ranges, we can get into some really good trades. This is true on a very high time frame like the 4 hour. This is true on a very low time frame like the 12-minute, right? The short trade that I'm currently in, how did I get into that trade? It was by trading the sideways range. I just took a short from the top of the sideways range, right? That when we are approaching the markets like that, we're going to have more success, because what that does is it allows us to buy low and sell high like your grandfather told you to do when you told him you were going to become a trader, right? He told you, son, investing's easy. Let me tell you what you got to do, son. All you got to do is buy low and sell high. That's it. It's so easy, right? But us humans, right, we get so emotional and psychological with the whole dang thing that we buy high and sell low. And let me tell you, that's not the way, right? That's not the way. Now, let me be clear, all right? That's not the way. That's not. So, I'm going back to the 4 hour. Let's check it out, all right? We've got these clear zones, but we can subdivide this even deeper, right? And, you know, I will never forget September 13th, right, when we had this this big dump here. Now, this was actually one of the trade setups we gave in the VIP Discord, because it was the golden pocket, right into the golden pocket. In fact, I don't know if I'll be able to find that setup now. It was so long ago. Let's see if I can find it. It was on September 13th, so we got to go back in the day. We take a lot of trades in Discord. By the way, if you want to join the Discord, you can go to patreon.com/Jason Casper. It's where we give the levels every single day. We do multiple live streams. And, yeah, it's not a signals group. But where was that short? This is the 18th. I want to find it because it was juicy. Yeah, this is it right here. On September 13th, we were looking to take the short from that golden pocket up there. And here it is. And man, it was a juicy one, guys. So yeah. From this September 13th, now we have been trading in this sideways range right here. Right, very interesting, very, very interesting. And so we're right in the middle of it, right? We're literally smack dab in the middle of it. And so this kind of gives us a nice framework to look for at least day trades, right? Not necessarily swing trades, but definitely day trades. So what I want to do now is let's just mark out some of the most important levels that we have starting on the 13th of September. So first of all, whenever we're looking at sideways ranges, the highs and the lows are always areas that we need to mark out, because what happens a lot of times is fake outs, right? A lot of traders, they will look at a chart and they will draw a line of resistance because they say, look, this was a line of resistance once, twice, 3, 4 times. And what they look to do is they look to long the breakout of the resistance, right? They're like, okay, we're breaking the resistance. Let me long, and let me put my stop loss a little bit under here. That's absolutely the opposite of what you should do. What we should do always when we're breaking out of resistance is we should look for bearish divergences so that we can actually short the breakout of resistance. Now, a great example of that is what happened this time when we broke out of resistance on October 4th, right? We can see that the price came up higher, and it looked like a breakout of resistance. But if we take a look at our indicator here, good old market cipher, we were getting bearish divergences as we came up to that level, right? We were actually getting the momentum waves were getting lower, right? And so even now, we can see that this range that we've been trading since the 13th, it has some highs that we have not been able to take out before, right? We can draw a line right here at 20,525. and see that we have actually not come to take the liquidity that is up here. Hey, what's going on? You doing all right? Here, come over here. Now, come on, guys. You know what? Papa Casper is in the house right now. Say hi to everyone, Papa Casper. How's it going there? Give us a big smile. How's the teeth doing?
You're doing all right, son.
Yeah, they're doing all right?
Yeah.
Now, when it comes to investing, what do you think people should buy low and sell high?
Oh, yeah. Always go low and then sell high.
Right. Yeah. It's old family wisdom. That's actually what it is. Now, be careful here. We got to be careful with the green screen, Papa Casper, because, you know, if this thing falls, everyone's going to see that I just trade from my mom's basement.
Oh, yeah.
You know, we don't want that. We don't want that. Oh, yeah. Yeehaw, baby.
Yeah, I'm going out for the corn now.
Going out for the corn? All right. I'll see you later. All right. So this is going to be the first area of resistance we got on the chart right now. Now, let's just go through and mark out some. Whoop, I'm going full southern. All right, yeah. So let's see if we can find any key levels here. The first thing I'd like to do is take a look at the volume, right? The way I'm doing that is I'm just coming over here to the prediction and measurement tools, and we're going to the fixed range volume profile. And this is going to give us our areas of what is considered to be a fair value for the asset. So this right here is considered to be a fair value for the asset. We should look for shorts above that area. We should be looking for longs below that area. And now let's pull out some other important levels here, right? I like to use Fibonacci, so I'm going to go ahead and pull a fib from the most recent low that we put in to the most recent high. Now keep in mind, we are currently inside this fair value area. And so for me, I prefer to be looking for trades when we are coming down below here. So the thing that really sparks my interest is the area between the golden pocket and the 786 area. Why is that? Because typically if we're going to get a large move and then a retracement, we will bounce from this area and then put in a higher high. We saw that when we got this rejection up here, right? What happened was we put in that initial high on September 13th, and then if we pull the fib from that high to the low, what? I guess I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm sorry. I'm talking about this high, right? If we pull from this high to this low, we can see that we reject right between that golden pocket and the 786, right? That happens very, very often when we're getting retracements. And then again, if we pull the fib from this high to this low, we also reject right from between the golden pocket and the 786. So the same thing would be holding true if we're looking for longing a retrace, right? In this case, we shorted a lower high. Potentially now we can look to long a higher low by coming into that zone of support, right? Yes, support. That's exactly what we would be looking to do. So that could be a pretty juicy area, assuming that we're staying in this range, right? So let me pop into the chat here. Yeah, so shout out to everyone who's shouting out Papa Casper over here. And yeah, he's a cool guy, right? He's a cool guy. Yeah, I like Papa Casper, man. He's a pretty cool guy. So what about areas of resistance? Well, there's a few. There's a few that I'm looking at. There are some areas that I am looking to potentially short a lower high right now. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to head over to the weekly time frame right here. And we have this area right here, this little zone around 19.4, where we can see that the weekly candles have been unable to close above this level now for 3 weeks in a row. For 3 weeks in a row, 19.4, these weekly candlesticks have not been able to close above this level. They've tried. In fact, we've actually had, going all the way back to September, the second to last week in September, this weekly candle wicked up and closed below that level. This candle wicked up and closed below that level. These two candles could not close below that level. And so 19.4 is a pretty interesting area that potentially we could come up to and put in another lower high. Now, another reason why I really like that weekly area of resistance is because if we pull the fib, we can see that the golden pocket Fibonacci retracement is also coming in right around that same level. And if we want to even look at this as its own little sideways range right here, right? Let's say that this is a little sideways range. Well, then we're coming back up to the high of the range and shorting it from right there. So that is one of the areas I'm also quite interested in. Right? So this is how I build my charts every single day, right? This is kind of how I post my levels in the Discord. And by the way, if you want to learn how to trade this way, you could check out jasoncaspertrading.com. This course will give you the knowledge and the skills you need to become a confident, profitable trader, because it will give you that point A to point B system so you know where the levels are and you don't have to chase price. A one-way ticket to Rec City, guys, right, is chasing price. Instead, we have to always have plans in advance. Let the trades come to us. And if we do that, we can be much more profitable over time. There's a 35% discount on this course. Also, if you want to learn Orderflow, Exocharts, Coinalize.net, we also have a 35% discount on that advanced technical analysis course. There's information on this at the top of the screen in the scrolling text. But yeah, so that is one area potentially, right? If we're not going to, if we're simply just going to come down much lower here, I will be looking at this 19.4-ish area, right? Now, above that, we have some other juicy areas that we need to be aware of. And so let's take a look at what we have. Now, it's pretty clear, and anyone can see, we don't need any fancy tools to just understand that when price comes to areas of consolidation, that acts as support and resistance. If we're ever looking at a chart and we see something like this, right, where price finds a sticking point, that is going to be an area of resistance because there's volume here, there's liquidity here, and people will be entering and exiting positions here. There's a good chance we can expect a reaction or a pivot from that area, right? We can see this actually happening many places on the chart, right? For example, let's take a look at just the way price action moved in the past, right? We can take a look at the way price action moved in the past. We had this area of consolidation right down here. Price wicks down into it and pivots up from there, right? So the reason why that happens is, and when we're doing TA, we need to look for areas where price has historically found a sticking point, because we need to simplify this as much as possible, right? There are fancy tools, there are fibs, there are naked points of control, there's all this stuff, but really all those tools are just giving us more specific information about where we can exactly look to find support within this range. So if we don't have the fancy tools, we could say, yeah, we're looking for support within this 3% area here, but if we have fancy tools, we might be able to get it to the exact dollar. That's pretty much why we add tools to our technical analysis. It's pretty much just always looking at the chart. And we can see it over and over again, right? Look at this. We had a little area of consolidation right here. And then when we come back down, we dip right into that and then get a move up, right? That's how it works. And so right now, we can see that the next area of consolidation that we had, the mini range that we kind of formed up here, is going to be around that $20,000 area. So we know also that this is going to be an important area of resistance for us as well. This box between, I would say, 20,000 and 20,200, because it's right here in the middle of this range here. And there are also other technical levels that we could put in that box that will give us a key level. First of all, as we're looking at our volume profile right here, right, we see a spike in volume. So volume is very, very important when it comes to finding the areas of support and resistance. And so I'm going to go ahead and put on an indicator called the visible range volume profile. This is basically showing us where was the most volume traded at, okay? And it's based on what we're looking at on our screen. So this range over here is a fixed range, meaning I'm telling TradingView only look at the price action that occurred in this sideways range. This one here is going to show me everything that's on the screen. So if I zoom out, you'll see that the levels will change here, right? Now notice something very interesting. When we're zooming out here, we can see that right around this green box, there is a pretty significant spike in volume, right? In fact, if we zoom out even more and we come to like a 4-hour time frame here, we can see that there is a pretty significant spike in volume right around this area, okay? Even looking at the entire range, essentially, right? We have here. Let's get a little bit more into here, right? We can see that we have some pretty significant spikes in the volume as we come up to this green box, and so that's telling us this green box is also going to be an area where there was a lot of the asset changing hands, and so that can be a important area to look for resistance up there, right? So that is going to be another area where potentially we can look to take a short from the high of this range. Now it's 7:55 in the morning New York time, typically around 8:30, like an hour before New York opens, we get a spike in volume, right? That typically happens. So just be aware that if we start to pump, that we should be looking for confirmations around, you know, areas like this and areas like this, right? And of course, if we come above that box right there, there are other levels, specifically a fake out of this resistance right here. So, you know, to the upside, I would say if I was looking to get into a short and or add to a short, I would be doing it at one of these three areas right here, right? These are the three areas where we look for our confirmations. This is how we devise a trading plan, right? This is how we develop a trading plan. We say these are the areas where where my interest will be piqued, okay? Where I will become aroused. And the way that arousal is achieved is by setting alerts. All right, the way we do that is we put a line on the chart like this, we right click it, we click add alert, and then we give ourselves an alert to let us know that price is coming to our level. So I say FOMO short 100x full account now, exclamation point. So now I know that, you know, I need to immediately open up ByBit and 100x short my whole account before price even gets to the level, just because my alert went off, right? No, wrong, no, that's not what that means. What it means is now I know that whatever I'm doing, if I'm out milking the cows, milking the chickens. By the way, I just got 10 new chickens yesterday, guys, because I hatched 45 eggs and only 3 of them were hens. And so my freezer is full of chicken, but the eggs are a little bit on the low side. Some of my laying hens are molting right now, and I only had about 17 laying hens at the moment, and I like to have between 20 and 30 laying hens at all times. So I got a few more, and because I've been getting like less than 8 eggs a day now with them molting and all this, it's like, sheesh, man. How am I gonna keep up the gains over the winter if I'm only getting 8 eggs a day, right? I gotta feed the kids, gotta feed the wife. You know, they have to keep up their gains too. The whole Casper household is jacked and full of muscle, right? From eating all the chicken eggs. Those eggs are good, man. Don't believe the hype. The egg yolks are bad for you, man. Maybe factory farm egg yolks are bad for you, but those free-range, homegrown egg yolks, man, that's full of those omega-3, juicy choline, and folate, and all these vitamins that I don't know, right? I don't know. But I feel pretty dang good eating them, I'll tell you that. So if we get our alert, then what we do is we come over to our indicator, Market Cipher B. And what do we want to see on Market Cipher B? There's 2 things that I like to look at: momentum and money flow. First of all, momentum, right? We want to see that we have uneven butt cheeks. Why is that? Because divergences, right? These are divergences. So let's see. Okay, so we've got the left cheek very large, okay? Let's take a sniff. You know, right? That cheek is very juicy. This is telling us that there was a lot of momentum coming into the asset, right? So let's take a look at some uneven butt cheeks that we've had in the past so that we can kind of understand what exactly we're looking for, right? So let's look at this area right here. This is telling us when the momentum wave is very high, this is telling us that there was a lot of momentum coming in to the price to push the price up. A lot of buying coming in, pushing the price up. Okay, then price continues to get higher and higher and higher. But what is happening here? Lower momentum wave. Okay, again, we've got the left cheek right here where my head currently is, and you know, let's stretch it out. We got to stretch the cheeks out here. Okay, the left cheek right here, lots of momentum. Okay, then price makes a higher high, but we have less momentum. That's telling us that this is an unsustainable move. There's an imbalance. That's what divergences are telling us. Telling us there's an imbalance between what price is doing and what the market participants are doing. If the market participants are not putting as much money into the asset to push the price up, how can we expect it to get higher? And when we see this uneven butt cheek pattern happening at a key level, we have to think to ourselves, is this woman going to be able to continue to hold herself up by her feet from the rafters? Of course not. Look at the anatomy. Now, I'm not trying to body shame the woman here, right? Beauty comes in all shapes and sizes, okay? And all the other things that make me like a woke person that can stay on YouTube and get lots of views, right? But she cannot stay up here for long. There's going to be a correction, right? The correction is she's going to have to fall down. And that's what price is going to do. So when we set our alerts and then we are coming up to that level, right? Then we can look for stuff like, again, this right here, the uneven butt cheek pattern. It's a very powerful pattern. I mean, it really is. You know, people don't understand the power of the cheek, right? Power of the cheek is pretty dang powerful, right? So that's what we would look for. Be like, do we have any uneven butt cheek? So if we get another move up, let's say within the next few hours, we get a pretty big move up here, we might see market Cipher B doing something like this. Okay, wow, would you look at that? We might have another uneven butt cheek pattern here. And if we take out our measuring tool, that would actually give us probably about a 1 day and 12 hours of butt crack. Can you believe how much crack is going on right here? Right? You know, we've got so much crack. Do you guys smell that? You smell that? You smell all the crack we have going on here? Right? We've got a lot of it. We got a lot of it. We don't talk about it. We don't talk about it. We're too woke for that, guys. But there's a lot of crack. Okay? And you know what? The crack is irrelevant. Here's the thing, guys. The crack is irrelevant. What really matters is that momentum is coming down as the price is getting up. And another thing I like to look for is the money flow, guys. The money flow is very important. When we are coming up to key areas of resistance, we want to see the money flow on market Cipher B getting lower here, okay? Or whatever indicator you use. I like to use market Cipher B because it gives me very accurate signals. It was very much worth it, the money for me, but this money flow is getting lower as well, right? This is showing us money is leaving the asset, momentum is coming out. We're going to get a move to the downside. Right? And we have to understand the context of the market as well, right? We're not going to see high term time frame. We're not going to see 4-hour top signals when we're shorting a lower high. Then we have to go down to the lower term time frames to see that. We want to potentially see the money flow coming down on the 3-minute, on the 6-minute, right? The 6-minute is pretty good for getting into short trades on lower term time frames. Like, for example, the last short that I took from up here, right? Let's zoom in right here. The last short that I took right here. The money flow was absolutely getting lower on the 6-minute as we came down, right? And the money flow, you want to look over time, right? Because the money flow is showing you the direction of the market before it happens. We got to use those momentum waves and and everything together, right? So we're getting a little bit of a move down right now. Let's actually take a look at an order flow chart and see what is happening right now. This is showing us the live orders. And this looks kind of crazy. If you do want to learn all this stuff, you could go to learn.jasoncaspertrading.com, watch the preview for free. I've uploaded free content on what exactly we're looking at here. But this is showing us the active market participants here. And we can see that we actually do have some slightly bullish CVD divergences forming here. It's slight, but as the price continues to make higher lows right here, we can see that there are way more shorts opening up than there are longs. So this is telling me that potentially there is some there are some whales here that are trying to push the price up. Now, the way I'm getting this information is by looking at, and let me go to a screen that's easier kind of to show. We'll go to coinalize.net here so we can kind of talk about what exactly we are looking at right now. But when we are looking at a price action chart, coinalize.net, by the way, guys, is a free tool. But when we're looking at price, we want to take note, are we making higher highs or are we making lower highs? And right now, even though we're ranging here, every time we put in a low, it technically is a higher low. This right here, this white line is called CVD. This is telling us, are there more people longing or shorting? If the line is coming down, that's telling us there are more people shorting than longing. If the line is going up, that's telling us there's more people longing than shorting. Now, if we see, for example, that the price is consistently making higher lows, but this white line is making lower lows, this is also a divergence, just like what we were looking at with the uneven butt cheeks. But this is telling us that although people are shorting, price is not getting lower, telling us that there are whales here with large limit orders that are actually absorbing the people who are shorting at these lows, right? We got a whale here, and he is just absorbing. What we mean by absorbing is he has limit orders set here. And his limit orders are being filled every time people place a market order. And if people stop placing market orders because the sellers get exhausted and there's no one else left to sell, and this whale has filled his buy order, then he can easily push the price up like that, right? So right now, honestly, guys, I don't know. We got some mixed signals. If we start to put in a low that is lower than this low that we put in yesterday at 18,900, this will no longer be bullish CVD, because this is showing that the sellers have actually filled the limit orders and then more. And so the sellers are still outweighing the buyers, right? Because the bullish CVD is only bullish if that whale is willing to continue to buy the Bitcoin that people are selling here. If he's no longer willing, or if he has no more money to fill up his order and the sells keep coming in, well, that whale, is going to have to go deeper under the ocean, right? So interesting times that we have right here. So if we do get a move up, we know the areas, at least I know the areas that I'm looking at. If we get a move to the downside, I am looking at this zone right here between the golden pocket and the 786. Now, there's a lot of other reasons why this is such a nice area of confluence down here. There's a few other technical reasons why. But right now, it's because the main reason is because if we are going to get a significant bounce and then a retracement, this is the area that we would look. Let me kind of talk about why I think this is a potential area that should pique our interest, all right? Because there's a lot more than just the fact that it's a 786 and a 618 that piques my interest, right? If we are now looking at a higher time frame, let me shrink market Cipher B a little bit, but if we're looking now at a higher time frame and we're taking a look at this large range, right, we can see that we have pretty much come down to the low, right? If we're looking to buy high and sell low, right, we're looking to buy high and sell low, press 1 if you agree that we're looking to buy high and sell low. Type 1 in the chat if you're looking to buy high and sell low. All right. Now I hope you didn't push 1, right? Because we're not looking to that. We're looking to buy low and sell high. This is a very good looking low in my opinion, because the entire time that we were in this range, right, we didn't actually come back down to this initial low right here, right? We didn't quite do it. So this could actually be a significant low in the entire range. And so if that is the case, right, that this is a very significant low, which, by the way, we did put in with the very nice uneven butt cheek pattern, okay, as we came down to the support, right, market Cipher B on the daily time frame was giving us the bullish divergence, and, it was giving us those green dots under there. And when we see, again, the right butt cheek, that skinny right butt cheek, that's where the money is, right? Look at the price action coming down. We've got the candlesticks coming down here, okay? You guys see these blue and purple candlesticks, right? And they're coming on down. They're coming on down, coming on down. And we come to the key level of support. We get the big butt cheek, price comes down lower, we get the little butt cheek. That's exactly what happened on the daily time frame as we put in this low. You guys see that? See this? Zoop, zoop, right there. In fact, we actually had, believe it or not, we had a triple-cheeked gluteus maximi. Triple-cheeked gluteus maximi, all right? We call it the TCGM for short. TCGM right here, triple-cheeked gluteus maximi, where we actually had 3 butt cheeks here. And if we had like half a month of butt crack on the first one, and we had about 15 days. So about a month of cumulative crack, all right? A month of cumulative crack. We call it CC, all right? The CC is the cumulative crack. And that's what we had. So that's potentially a very significant bottom at the bottom of a very large range. So if this really is going to be a significant bottom, then that's why I'm so interested in longing the retest, right? The retest, which typically happens around the golden pocket in the 76. It could happen lower, right? But if this is a very significant move from the bottom, then I would look for this and then potentially look to come first to the high of this local range that we've been trading since the 13th. If we don't get a fake out here and we actually then retest as support, then we look for a move up to this area, right? Where price found a sticking point. We know this is the next area where we would look for our resistance. And that's the way we should be approaching. Well, I shouldn't say that because I'm not a financial advisor. I don't give financial advice, but that's the way I approach the charts. I wait for price to get to a significant level, looking at the big picture as a whole, going down to lower time frames to fine-tune entries and stuff like that. And then we look for a potential trade there, right? So, so shout out to everyone in the chat. Shout out to Matthew, man. That's a funny joke right there. So the CME touched 17,800. Interesting. So people are giving ones and negative ones and all this, and cool. Yeah, don't buy high and sell low, guys. Don't buy high and sell low. Shout out to Vodnik. Shout out to Michael Myers, who's gonna make some eggs for breakfast. Shout out to Sunshine Girl. Shout out to Matthew, local bullish CBD. Let's take a look actually at local CBD here. Wow. Oh my goodness, man. Did Bitcoin just get a massive move to the downside? We have some shorts coming in right now. Let's check out what the heck is going on. Did we hit our golden pocket? Wow. Look at that, guys. We just hit our box. And I totally missed it. So let's see what is happening right now. We do actually have some potential bullish things forming right now. So let's see if we come down into that golden pocket, if we can get a bounce here. So we got the 24 minute is not looking as good, but we still do have this divergence here. Man, so we just hit that golden pocket, didn't we? Did we hit that golden pocket, guys? Because I might not have pulled it correctly. Let's see. Let me actually put on a real level. No, we didn't quite hit it. We did not quite hit that golden pocket. Did not quite hit that. All right, so let's see what's happening here. The 24 minute, guys, looks like we could come lower. We don't have our divs on the 24 minute. We have slight divs on the 12 minute, which could be actually pretty good if we hit that golden pocket. And let's check out the 6 minute. It's not looking too great on the 6 minute, to be honest, guys. We very well may get a bounce here, but let's wait and see if we can come down to that 786 area. Because I think that 786 area would be nicer. If it depends on how fast it happens too. But let's see what is actually going on in real time right here. We had some liquidations. We had a decrease in open interest into that golden pocket. Okay, so we might be able to get a bounce from here and then come a bit lower, honestly. So let's see what happens. Let me turn off some of these other levels. I would assume, honestly, so here's what I would assume will happen is we would get a move up and then another move back down, just based on the higher term time frames, the 12-minute, the 24-minute. Typically, if we're going to get a really macro bottom here, I would want to see that 24-minute giving us bullish divergence locally. And right now we do have it technically here, but locally we can see this momentum wave is coming down a bit lower here. So let's see. The 1 minute is giving us a big green dot here without the bullish divergence. So if I had to guess what I think will happen, I would assume we would come up and then come down for another move. Let's see. Probably won't have time on this stream to do that because I actually have to head out soon because I have some business to attend to today. I have to be on the road pretty much. But depending on if this 12-minute can close that div, it's dancing right on the line, guys, to be honest. It's dancing right on that line. But we might be able to get more of a push up. Let's see. Let's take a look at what is happening here in real time. We have more shorts coming in here. If we get some kind of absorption here, that would be good for more upside. But right now, I'm actually would prefer coming down more right now, to be honest with you, just based on the look of the 1 minute and the 12-minute and the 24-minute here. Let's check out the 1 hour. Yeah. We're dancing on the line. I would like to come down to that 786. That would be nice. Coming down to this lower area here, that would be pretty nice, to be honest with you. Yeah. So we are getting a move down now, and that means the short trade is the short trade just hit another take profit there. So my short trade hit another take profit at the golden pocket. Actually, interesting, guys, the USDT pair actually did hit that golden pocket. I don't know if you can see that, but the USDT pair did tap into that golden pocket. Oh, wait, so did the USD pair. I'm sorry, guys. I'm flopping and groping here. Yeah, so we hit that golden pocket on the USDT pair. The short hit a take profit there. The short has another take profit down here. And so we'll see what happens. How's it going, Papa Casper?
Good. I'm heading out to the farm.
Oh, you're heading out to the farm? Okay. Well, cool, man. I appreciate that. Yeah. Let's see. We have a 6-day yellow X. Oof. That's looking kind of bad, guys. That is looking bad, huh? DXY, the dollar is pumping, people say. Let's check out the dollar. What are you doing? Are you recording video of me? Come on, man. I don't want people to see me. Are you going to post that on the internet? No? I don't want people to see me on the internet, man. Can you imagine if people see me on the internet? I don't want anyone to ever see me on the internet, ever. Wow, look at the dollar pumping, man. Sheesh. Okay, so dollar's coming up to resistance as well. If the dollar breaks this resistance, guys, then that is very bearish for the corn. I was kind of hoping we would find some resistance here. I was hoping that we would find some resistance there. You know, I do have to say, like, obviously we do see bullish divergences forming here, right? On these higher term time frames, we see bullish divs forming here. We see it on the RSI. We see it on this other MACD thingy, whatever that is. And let's check out our 5-minute here. I mean, we technically see it on these lower time frames, but not as much. Not as much. Let's check out our 1-minute. Yeah, not as much here, guys. Really, not as much. We like to see bullish divs across multiple time frames here. That's what we like to see. Yeah, so that's kind of what I'm looking at, guys. That's pretty much it, man. That's the full gamut of the Casper ideology here, right? So I am gonna have to head out a little bit here. Can we take a look at Chili's? You want to see Papa Casper? Go back to the beginning of the stream. Papa Casper came on the stream, guys. He came on the stream. He did come on the stream. I did not take that long. I did not take this long. It's just not enough confirmation for me in this moment. But if we start to see, yeah, definitely not looking very good here. If we start to see some kind of bullish CBD divergence here, maybe I would, but I would prefer to wait for the 786 where I see my 24-minute giving me the thing I want to see. Right now, this is not a good bottom. This is not a good bottom right now, not at all. And the 12-minute is dancing on the line, but money flow is getting lower. I wouldn't consider this a good bottom right now, to be honest with you guys. I would not. That 786 is looking quite juicy. I hope that we get there when I'm not driving. But Crypto Yacht is going to buy at $1. Well, you know, Crypto Yacht, that would be awesome. I would really enjoy a $1 Bitcoin, honestly. Any thoughts on Cardano? I longed Cardano yesterday and got wrecked longing that weekly level. I was actually, this was probably dumb of me. I was in the car and I just, wow. Even Ethereum is getting a dump. I was in the car and I took this long right here. And yeah, that didn't work out so good for me. You know? I don't know, man. Like, I don't know about Cardano. I was thinking, like, we have a weekly, we have this support resistance flip over here, right? I was looking at it, like, if we go to the monthly time frame, actually go to the weekly time frame here. I was looking at this key level, saying, all right, like, we put in these lows, let's like bounce off of this level here, but we didn't do it. So was I looking at that? I don't know. I forget what. I don't know. But actually, let's go to the. I don't know, man. I don't know about Cardano right now. I can't give an educated comment on it because I have to redo my TA basically. Do we have any CBD divergence? Not bullish, not now. Not bullish. That we have actually, yeah, we have pretty bearish CBD divergences right now, guys. We have some pretty bearish CBD divergences, to be honest with you. That's pretty bearish. because we have longs coming in right here. People are longing the golden pocket, but price is getting lower. So that is bearish CVD divergence unless we're able to come above these highs. That is bearish CVD divergence. So this 12-minute is not giving us a divergence. So here's the thing. I still think it's probable that we get a retrace and then another move to the downside, but it's about to be 8:30. Typically, a lot of volume gets injected into the market here between 8:30 and like 11:30. So we're gonna have to wait this out. But just based on the way the VWAP is pointing up here, let's check out our 6-minute. Yeah, it looks like we're going to get a little bit move to the upside followed by another move down, right? We don't see any divergences here. We don't see any butt cheeks here. And so this is not a move that I would prefer to take based on my trading style. We see pretty bearish CVD forming, lots of longs opening up, but price is unable to come lower. It looks like there are some absorption of longs happening here. This does not mean, in my opinion, to take a short here because we don't want to sell low. Sorry that I'm twisting my arms in such a weird way. Shout out to CryptoFace and Market Cipher, right? I would never short this, but I also would not long this. So for me, this is a no position right here, right? This is a no position. Yeah, so that golden pocket is not giving us much of a bounce, but nonetheless, we are finding support on it because it is a golden pocket, right? That's just the way golden pockets work. So if I had to choose what I wanted to see, I would want to come back test these highs, come down to the 786, get a bounce. Of course, we have to wait also and take a look at how the S&P 500 opens up, right? If SPX opens up bullish today, that could be good. However, yesterday we closed pretty bearish. Let's take a look at the futures market for S&P 500. What is the futures market doing? Okay, so futures market basically at the same place that we closed yesterday. Right now, let's go down to a lower time frame. Futures market right now is also getting a dump along with Bitcoin. Futures market getting a dump along with Bitcoin. And so this probably means that the S&P 500 is going to open kind of bearish because the futures market rejected from VWAP and is getting a move down, actually a pretty significant move down right now. So let's wait and see how this goes, guys. Let's check back out this order flow chart here. Still printing that bearish CVD. Look at all the longs coming in, right? This is how we can see that there's absorption happening. This does not mean to short, because here's the thing. We never want to short low, right? You never want to short low, in my opinion. But this is showing us we have 4.2 million longs, 2.5 million longs, 1.1 million longs coming in here, right? And price is not really coming up too much, right? If we have, 8 million longs coming in, we would want price to come up higher. And if it can't come up higher, that is bearish, right? But because we just had a dump, this is not the time where we should be looking to take a short. Because we also have to understand that we just had, about 65 million trades close out of their positions. A lot of shorts took profit here, including my own. And so there's not a lot of short money in the market right here to continue to push the price down healthily, right? If we continue down from here without more shorts coming in, that's an unhealthy move, right? It's an unhealthy move. We want to see a healthy move. A healthy move consists of basically at least 6 of these, okay? That is what a healthy move is. So that's what we want to see. Because right now, there are no shorts in, only longs. We can't tell if there's limit orders here because we can't see limit orders in the book. So it's a gamble to take a short here, right? We would want to see this happening at essentially a resistance, not a support, right? We don't short support. That's how you get wrecked. Shout out to Millennial Crypto Investing. Thank you so much for the $5 super chat. You know, I might take that $5 and 100x leverage short this and gamble it and see if I could turn it into something. So I appreciate that. Matic had a major dump. Shout out to We Are Slaves. Yeah, the WEF slave muzzle, for sure, for sure. Looks like it's resting on the daily. Yeah, you know what's so funny about those slave muzzles is that, you know, I have used those to clean out chicken coops, and they do not keep visible particles out of your nose, okay? It's just, even an N95 does not keep all that dust out of my nose, right? So there's something fishy going on. They're telling you that a surgical mask with holes all around is going to keep out invisible particles. But anyway, I'm not trying to get shadow banned up in here, so my bad, guys. My bad. Someone says it looks like it's retesting the daily level. Do we have a daily level around these parts? I don't know. But let's see. How's the 1 minute looking? Yeah, 1 minute's looking like not so great here, huh? Money flow. I mean, one of two things is going to happen here. We're either going to come up higher or we're going to come down lower. That's profound. Make sure to like the video for that. All right. Yeah, you're right, First Coast Crypto. You're right. It was not fit correctly. You're right. I have to give it that. But the funny thing is, all these other people walking around Walmart, theirs are definitely not fit correctly either, you know. Shout out to Tom. I apologize, Tom. I apologize, Tom. I don't mean to offend you, and I don't mean to be a racist. But sometimes, you know, you got to do what you got to do. Other material to study in addition to my course, as much as you can, my friend, as much as you can. I mean, seriously, as much as you can. Well, guys, it's been an hour. I got to head out. I got some stuff to do. This mic is smelling pretty good. But anyway, guys, you know, I don't really take myself seriously, but I do take my walk with the Lord very seriously, and I do hope that everybody watching and listening is blessed in the name of Jesus the Messiah, Yeshua HaMashiach, if you speak Hebrew. As Yeshua HaMashiach. If you speak English, Jesus Christ. And so receive this blessing, guys. And the purpose of this blessing is that the Creator God would place His name upon you and bless you. And it goes like this: Yevarechacha Adonai v'yishmerecha ya'er Adonai panav alecha v'chunecha yisa Adonai panav alecha v'yasem lecha shalom b'shem Yeshua HaMashiach Elohei Israel. In English, that means, may the Lord bless and protect you. May He shine light upon you. May He have grace upon you. May He turn His face towards you and give you wholeness in the name of Jesus the Messiah, the God of Israel. I pray everybody is very, very blessed today as we are watching this very interesting move happen at the Golden Pocket. New York opens in an hour. Make sure to like and subscribe.